Hello. I like this gesture today. Welcome to episode 6 of Unfinished Business, a show that we're doing it.
That is true.
Yep. We aren't sponsored by anyone, and we could be sued at any point. Probably, hopefully not. We use D&D Beyond and Roll20 poorly, or maybe well. You decide. Keep watching. If you're joining us for the first time, this is a hot mess of an opening. I think I usually do this.
You gotta keep going.
Okay.
You're killing it. It's perfect.
You're doing it.
If you're joining us for the first time, welcome to Perrin, a planet created by the deity Param the Laughter. Yes, they did name the planet after themselves, because why wouldn't you?
So the last time we hung out, our foursome finally made their way to the library. But in this afterworld where everything is strange, the library is no exception. Here, the shelves upon shelves of books are covered and entwined with plants of every sort. Unfortunately, or fortunately, one of said plants was catmint, which Amelite immediately found and scarfed down before proceeding to climb the shelves high off her tail. The librarian, of course, chose this moment to make her entrance, flying into sight and squawking at Amelite to return to the ground, as Aarakocra Macaw librarians are wont to do. Amelite obeyed after only sort of trying to paw at the flying birdwoman and climbed back down to the rest of the party. A conversation of verbal sparring then ensued, though our troupe didn't quite seem to know what exactly it was they were sparring about. Somehow, though, they managed to say the right thing to convince the librarian Sybil that they were possible allies of the library, whatever that means. For the moment, at least, it seemed to mean that they got access to the special restricted section, a hidden room where Sybil felt they could speak freely, or would be able to, if Rhea would allow her memories to be wiped before she left. Apparently, impulsively agreeing to sketchy pacts without first reading the fine print has its consequences. Who knew? Eventually, Rhea maybe sort of agreed, and the whole party was granted entrance to the inner sanctum. Here, questions were asked and somewhat answered, cookies were provided, possibly sketchy beer was drunk, books were perused, and eventually Rhea was immobilized with a wave of Sybil's hand. This done, and finally feeling safe from prying ears, Sybil began to spill the afterworld tea. New life is a scam. Anyone who manages to make it back to Param is no longer themselves, but darkness touched, i.e. basically a puppet to the darkness's whims. And with this new knowledge ringing in our heroes' ears, you're all caught up?
Hidden in a secret room behind the stacks of the Gilded Library, you have just pieced together that new life is not quite what it seemed. The deep green, glassy walls seem to close around you as Sybil's beak snaps. Maybe there is a third option. Leica, I'd like you to give me a perception check.
Okay,
Perception.
Did
you crit fail?
Yes. First roll of the game is a natural one.
Way to start the session.
Cool. Maybe there is a third option. What were you all thinking? Clever doctor?
Well, I'm sorry. He's holding the book that he was trying to focus on, but like with everything that has been happening, he is not really able to focus on. So I understand, and we're all on the same page, because it has been quite an eventful day or so that we have been here. You're saying that the darkness is bad, and also made a contract with Miss Rhea, or that Rhea made a contract with the darkness, and because of that, she is a danger to herself or to us. Why can't she move exactly?
Oh, well, you can never quite tell if the darkness might be listening. I'm fairly certain this sanctum is free from his influence. But one can never be too safe. That is why we will have to modify your friend's memory before she leaves. Unless she decides to attempt to change things again.
Can she do that?
She could. We could try and make a pact with the laughter. What lingering influence can get through in this room?
We should do that.
I think we should ask Rhea first.
Yeah. Well, we should do that first, but then she should do that.
Do you
Can
mind
she hear
if Miss Sybil, do you mind if we take a moment to discuss this amongst ourselves?
With or without your friend?
Okay.
With.
It's her memory we're discussing, so she kind of has to be a part of it.
No one has to be a part of it. But since you asked, she gives two gestures, one to release the silent spell, one to release the other spell.
Father, Son, Holy Spirit.
Yep. Pray for us. Param, pray for us. Antlers.
Antlers. Thank you very much, Miss Sybil. We just need a moment to discuss. Rumbletack's gonna like scurry over to everyone else.
So you notice also in this room, against one of the walls, the bookcases do stop, and there is a small desk, and that's probably the farthest point away from Sybil's stool that you can get. And there's some stuff on it.
Heard Rhea over there a little bit. I'm like, are you okay? What?
Yes, are you all right?
Grab
So, like Rhea stands, she just sort of like stares at Sybil as like she walks past and like slowly pulls a dagger out of her boot, but doesn't
Don't we're okay.
doesn't make any moves towards her.
I think we're okay. But are you all right? You were just sort of, she froze you for a minute. Do you feel okay?
Yes, she did, didn't she? I'm fine.
Could you hear us?
You were all a bit far away.
Oh, well then you're caught up. So we
We said nothing. Nothing. It's all good.
I'm gonna just take a moment over here.
sorry guys.
Oh, good. Then you're caught up. I mean, you're not wrong. Okay, keep going.
Wait, I have an important question. Does anybody want a cookie? And I have the whole tray of cookies that Sybil put out.
I don't know if we should.
The beer was fine.
Yes, but
Ooh, Emily, roll a Constitution saving throw for me. Remember what you get. You get pluses because you're standing next to Leica.
Yeah,
You crit failed. Oh,
Fuck
you
you
start to
guys.
choke. When you're like, I got the cookies, you inhale as you bite it, and you're just crumbs all over the place. Crumbs and pink icing.
I slap her on the back.
Drop the tray of cookies.
You do drop the tray of cookies.
I like drop the dagger, pull out my sword, and hold it in Sybil's direction and say, whatever you're doing to her, stop.
Rhea, I think she's choking on a cookie.
You see that Sybil's got a book out and is writing in it. I believe the girl choked on her own.
What?
I'm gonna look back at Emily.
You can vibe check that if you want.
I would like to vibe check that.
Okay.
I mean, just none of us can roll today.
Did you also crit fail? Because
I
you
didn't
did,
crit fail, but
right.
I didn't roll high.
2 crit fails in a row to start an episode.
I'm good at
not
insight. I'm good at
good.
that. But I got a total of 9.
Oh yeah, she's very hard to read. She shifts, her eyes shift between Amylite and you back to your book. And again, she does that. It's like a little gesture with her head that you can interpret as a smirk, but the beak makes it hard. And she goes back to writing.
Amalite, you're all right? You just, wrong too.
That never happens. I don't know. That was weird. That's all I'm gonna say.
I
So
don't.
much for the cookies, and she kicks them.
Well, that's a waste.
Clangs across the floor.
Regardless, so we have an issue here. I think the doctor would probably explain it best.
Well, the thing is, I don't know if we should be eating anything that we are being given right now. It seems there's a lot of information happening, and we haven't double checked it with anything else. It seems like a lot is going on, and it's been very confusing, and I would love just more time to research before we make any decisions.
Well, I met with Rhea and her pact.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, you're tying it all in together. Oh, sorry, Doc. Sorry.
Yes, because I mean, sure, it makes sense. Okay, so Miss Rhea, when you came into Afterworld, you signed a pact. You changed your contract, correct?
Yes.
Are you guys trying to make sure that Sybil cannot hear you?
I'm trying to be quiety. Yeah.
Okay.
quiet.
Can you all roll a stealth check for me?
Oh! It might be better if I don't try to be
I have
It's
a
a
silly
nat one.
question.
If it's a nat one. Okay, no.
I'm not one.
Meg, you're kidding.
I'm not kidding.
All right, so you've got one nat one. Leticia, what's your question?
Silly question, but I just want to clarify. I have disadvantage on stealth because of my armor. I'm guessing that does not apply in this scenario.
Disadvantage is not going to apply in this scenario because this
Really?
is about having a private conversation. Yes,
Yay.
if it's disadvantage due to armor, it's not going to apply.
Okay.
Did you also crit fail?
I did. I
This
rolled
is
a
the
1.
episode we die. Oh my god.
Did it. But I
Right.
did roll an 11, which is 2 ones.
Wow.
Oh, weird.
So you did a double crit fail. Okay.
Great. That's the rule.
I got
That's what 11s are.
I got
Oh, wait, no, fuck. Oh, wait, no, wait, but I don't have disadvantage. Okay, cool.
Don't have disadvantage.
I got
Erin,
13.
what did you get?
13 total.
Non-natural 19.
Ooh.
19, 13. Okay. Thank you.
Wait, if I'm being completely honest, Amalite is probably gonna try and eat a floor cookie.
Okay.
Flookies.
So
You can roll, you know what? Just for giggles. Why don't you roll another Constitution saving throw? Let's see if we can get all those ones out.
Yeah. All right.
I was going to say maybe like a different dice.
No, these are my Amalite dice.
Yeah.
It never led me astray. I got a 17.
All right, you eat that cookie.
So because you signed that contract,
It's almost cloyingly sweet, but you make it. Okay, because you signed that contract. Sorry, go ahead.
the darkness has some vested interests in some of the things we may be doing, and Miss Sybil is making the argument that perhaps it would be best to change your contract to someone who can't listen in to our conversations. She's offering.
So she is saying that I have created a problem by signing a contract with an entity that I didn't know anything about. And now she wants me to change the contract to be with another entity that I know nothing about, purely off of her word that this entity is better than the one I've currently signed a contract with.
See, this is why
Yes.
we wanted to clear it with you first, because there's clearly like a lot of different factors going on. And we thought that to just sort of, well, obviously to make a decision for you is wrong, but we want you to be involved in the process of discovering how to potentially make a future decision.
And every single one of us immediately said we should wake Rhea up to make this decision. Nobody said we should do that with Param.
That's a lie. What she just said is a lie.
Be cool.
I agree with Miss
Telling the
Rhea.
truth is cool.
I agree with Miss Rhea. I think this is too soon of a decision to make. But Miss Rhea, if you choose not to change your contract, Miss Sybil will attempt to erase your memory of this event.
What if there's a third option? Could we change her contract to somebody else? Like to me?
I'll turn it back to Sybil and be like, can I change it back to my original contract? I'm sure you're listening.
Well, some of you are not very quiet. I can only help facilitate the changing of the contract to the laughter. I have no access to fiends or celestials or other extraplanar entities, nor would I wish to.
Well, Rhea, how did you make your first contract? Could you try doing it again? I'm guessing it's probably like really traumatic. My accent just changed, sorry, on the word traumatic.
Dramatic.
No, I mean, I wouldn't mind doing it again. I am.
Would it
Yes.
take long?
I don't know how this went, Dina. You can help me out. I can make stuff up, but I don't know if you have answers that you want to use.
You would, because hold on, because you made your pact with the help of the person who trained you to be a blood hunter. So
Yes.
you would need their help again to make a new pact. So you would need to find out if they were living or dead, and approximately, if they were dead, where they were in Afterworld, before you could go about trying to figure that out. And Sybil has already told you that she does not have that information.
Rhea, what if you
Could
made
be ready.
Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna in-game the DM's info.
Oh, right.
Oh,
Fuck, yeah, sorry. I was just reacting to the DM's info.
No, you're good. And that's also fine. Yes, I could redo it, but I would need to find somebody, and I have a feeling they're probably here, but who knows?
If it's not that complicated, could you do it to someone else? Could you just make your pact to one of us?
Do you have the ability to grant supernatural powers?
I don't know. I don't think so, but what if I just manifested myself to be strong enough to be someone you could make a pact to?
I mean, it sounds like you would have to be very good at manifesting, but give it a shot.
I'm not great. We can maybe I could start practicing. And
I think I pull Rhea aside really quickly and say, okay, just think about this. You would be eternally bound to Leica. Just
not eternally. No.
kind of.
No. Nar. No. As soon as this whole mess is done, no, I would sever that pact so fast. No, I would never do that to you, Rhea.
Okay, so our options at this point
I'm gonna pat you on the shoulder.
are as follows. We can continue with our current state of things, and Miss Rhea, your memory may be wiped of this event, depending on the way things go. Or we could have you sign a new contract to the Laughter, get some more information from Miss Sybil about how this whole system works. Or perhaps we can leave and look for the person you mentioned to see if you can reinstate your original contract, and then you would hopefully have more of a will of your own. Or would you also have to do things for them? How does having a patron work? I don't really understand it.
It's fine. There's a give and take, but I had made my peace with my contract, and I would be happy to go back to it.
Her previous situation involved her slicing herself open all the time.
That's just how my magic works.
Well, then I thought they were connected. My apologies. I clearly also don't really understand how magic works.
No, my magic is tied to my blood. It's not tied to my pact. My pact just gives me the ability to do other things.
Oh. Well, why do you need a pact at all? Can you just get rid of it? Or would you die? We're already dead.
Yes, do you need a pact? to do the work that you do?
My mission work. Sorry. I would assume I would lose some abilities and I would be less effective.
Well,
I would also assume, well, I mean, it's going to be a problem anyway, but once I get out of here, if I get out of here, the being that I made a pact with, I'm sure is not going to be very happy about me having not kept up my side.
Excuse me, Miss Sybil. A quick question for
Yes.
you. Can the darkness only hear what she's hearing, or can it see what she's seeing as well?
I try to ward this place so neither can happen.
Well, I mean, not in here, but like out there.
Oh, well, I assume it can jump into whomever it's got pacts with
So it could
whenever
see,
it wants.
not just hearing, but seeing too.
I believe so.
Oh, I was thinking maybe we could just like put headphones on her and then, sorry, headphones don't exist in fantasy world. I meant earmuffs,
Earplugs?
earmuffs or earplugs. And then we could, and then like we could just like sign or like write pieces of paper for her. But
Good
is
idea.
there an external sign when the darkness inhabits her? Like, do her eyes turn black, or does she grow shut? I don't know very much about any of this, but if there was some kind of external sign, then we would know when.
and we could just cover her ears
Yes.
and
Do you-
eyes.
Do you mean you don't know anything about? You mean specifically the darkness? I don't know. I have not seen many darkness touched. They don't often come through the library, but you cannot tell if the darkness is inhabiting one of his cronies, one of those purple beasts. So I assume you would not be able to tell when the darkness is inhabiting a pact victim.
Victim. Not a fan. That choice of words.
Poor choice. What's
When they have a pact that has been willingly entered into by a fool.
That's just not nice.
okay, come on.
All right, you're right.
I thought we'd worked past this, Sybil.
There she is. That's my sweet Sybil. What is your story here? How are you connected to Param that you get to know so much more?
I am a priest. She
Okay.
gestures to her antlers with the pen.
Can I be a priest?
You could be a priest.
I'm like the antlers. would
She
look-
goes over to the bookshelf
I regret my question.
and she grabs for you she grabs one of it's in Param's Parables, flips to the end, and she says, you could be a priest of Param. All you have to do is decide what your life's great joke, well, your death, I suppose, your death's great joke will be and work to enact it. You could also be a priest of the party, the god of surprise, or the goddess of shenanigans.
Would being a priest of any of them give one enough power for someone to transfer their pact to them?
No,
Well, then I
That's-
don't think it's
it's a
something
good try.
we should pursue right now.
But then you
Real
could go
fast.
to Param's paradise in Afterworld if you were a priest. Yes, my dear, real fast. Is that to the DM or
It's
to
the
Sybil?
DM. It is the
Great,
DM.
great, great, great.
Just
Just make-
because it came up, how much of my blood hunter abilities would I lose by just like not having a pact?
You would lose being I think it's called being the favored soul. You would lose your subclass for sure. You could
Okay.
decide if you wanted to switch to a different subclass for blood hunter or if you wanted to do a different class altogether. Whichever you decide, you would need to seek out someone to train you in whatever your new decision is before you would get access to anything.
If you look at them, see if there's one not in character. If there's one that like either of the three of us could potentially be the one to train,
Sorry, that's metagaming.
You'd need to be bard, paladin, or artificer if you wanted to train with one of them to do a class.
Yeah.
Subclasses, they're not going to have any of the blood hunter subclasses.
Yeah.
And I can teach you how to play the pan flute. So
Thank you. That's
Mhm.
that helps a lot.
I also have a DM question. When
Yeah.
Sybil turned to go get the book that she referenced, did she turn her back?
Yes.
Can I make a sleight of hand check to try to take the book that I have and put it in my jacket with all my
Yeah.
other notebooks? I haven't rolled a 1 yet, so it might be my turn. We'll see. But it's a fucking natural 20.
Wow.
Which
Okay.
my plus
I just
3 is a 23.
I want to put this out there because I know that the rules say like crit fails on skill checks aren't crit fails and natural 20s on skill checks aren't automatic successes. But I think that rule's stupid and I hate
Okay.
it. So I don't like to play that way.
I
And
choked on that cookie, so you
Everyone
could get
can be mad at me if they want. Well, that was a saving throw, so that was different. But you know,
Okay, I stash the book away, and then I like take out one of my old notebooks and hold it instead, so that I still have a book in my hand. It's just not the same book.
Can I see if I perceive this?
you're all standing with her or with him, so you can roll perception checks, but you know,
Is it presumed that we see it?
I'm probably eating more floor cookies.
I don't. It's not presumed.
Flookies.
Look, I did the thing that the mug said. Yay!
Yay, you did
I know.
it.
I was noticing you were using that one.
I got another 11.
Yeah, you don't notice.
Wait, no, hang on. Sometimes I can perceive.
Oh, you rolled a natural 11. You're
Yeah,
very
yeah.
wise. So okay.
It's
Excuse me.
15.
15. As Sybil turns her back, your attention is on her and what she's doing in the bookshelf that she goes over to. And it's that main bookshelf that's got the bunch of journals and then that row of books that are different. And as you watch her go over to the book that's got like priest information in it, your gaze snags on one of the names of those 11 books that she said were priests. Yeah. And you see Nim written on the cover, Nim and Evanar.
Sirens.
Seeing
No, I know. Hang on. I'm trying to how common of a name is Nim?
that's up to you, Leica. That's going to be completely up to you.
Okay, I'm then if Leica knows like 20 people tops. So then
And Leica, as you see that name and start to panic a little bit, you kind of glance up at the rest of the bookshelf and you notice that the first journal up at the top begins about 60 years after the year you remember it being when you died.
Interesting.
And that's what you
Well-
get with your perception check.
Sybil, could I look at a book too?
Certainly. While you're in this room, you may. Well, you can look at books in the regular library as well. I don't know why I made it sound like you can't only look at books in here, but
That's good. It's good
you
to know
can't
that
take these books out of this room.
it's good to know
That's
that
what
it's
you
not the
can't.
sort of library where you can't look at the books.
No, you can look at them all. It's a library.
I'm gonna
I got a 24 perception to see Jerry steal the book.
You got a 24 total?
Mhm.
All right. Since you're, even with your natural 20, it was a 23 total.
It was a 23. Mhm.
You can see that he's quick snuck it in there.
I'm gonna pull the Nim book and hold it up to Amalite.
Ah,
What? Why is that here?
How many
Who's
is
that?
that's a
If-
fantastic tale, Nim and Evanar. It's the first in a series written by Peril. It's called Thief of My Heart. They were bestsellers.
Sounds like a romance novel.
It is.
What is, wait, so it's a romance, you said?
Yes, well, they are both priests of Perim, and Param, in their great wisdom, believed that they should be together.
Is this our name?
That doesn't feel like it was.
Are there
her.
pictures in this book? I could look. Sorry,
you
not
could
pictures.
open the book.
Drawings.
There are descriptions of the characters. No one's gone through and illustrated these tomes.
Do I have to like flip through a bunch of pages to get to the description, or do you happen to just like know it off the top of your head?
You should just open the book and read the first page and see what you can't find. All right, Leica, do you open the book?
Mm-hmm.
All right, you open the book and skim down to the description of the Nimue character, and you see that based on what's written, it sounds like the person you knew.
This is about Nim.
You read a little bit farther and she makes a very sassy comment back to Evanar, and you're like, oh no, this is definitely her.
Oh, this is definitely her.
Wait, what's the name of this book?
Nim and Evanar. And it just says thief of my heart in parentheses underneath of it.
Do these books have like publishers info on the first couple of pages like real books do?
Do
Can
you
I
look-
see when this was made?
Yeah, do you look to see?
If that's a normal thing to look for in books.
Sure. So you open it up to the first page, and it pretty much says, Param Press, written by Param, produced by Param, Param the Laughter. This is a great good time of a book. It was first released to much applaud and acclamation and then it gives you a year that is maybe like 5 to 10 years after, but it's not that long after the year that you remember it being when you died.
Okay.
Amalite, if you look at the book, it's a lot closer to the year it was when you died.
Huh.
I think
Good
Nim
for
went on to have like a magical romance after she left us.
Does it say
Sorry.
anything about whether or not she ever found that stone?
Well, I can't read the whole book right now, Amalite.
It's me, I think.
Sorry, who is this Nim person?
God. Well, she was gonna be flogged and then we rescued her, but it was just a disaster. And then I guess we kind of traveled, but Leica died pretty soon after.
I didn't know her for very long.
Rhea, she was like our new you. But
Well, she sounds like a mess, so I don't know how to take that.
He was much more of a mess than you, Red. No, honestly, there's not much of a comparison between the two of you. Don't know where Amalite got that. I never got you confused.
For the viewers, pledge of inside knowledge. Nim was one of my other characters.
after Rhea died.
After Rhea died, I played Nim. This is the inside joke. You're welcome.
Yeah, well, and then I liked her a lot. She was pretty cool. She let me run away. I think some other people would have tried to stop me, but I left.
You can just say that
You were dead.
well, no, but like I would have. It's like
Okay.
I'm saying it's a fair call.
Yeah.
This is all very
anyway.
fascinating, but I don't think it solves the problem at hand here.
No, not at all. Whoops, that was your accent. Sorry.
Give it back to me, please.
Can I do a
No,
quick
you have to respond in Leica's accent.
My apologies, Doctor.
Give it back
I did
to
not
me,
mean
please. Give
I
it.
did not-
Give it back.
I did not mean to, Doc. I'm so sorry.
Megan, what are you doing?
Can I do a quick perception to see if that book series that little boy loved is in this room?
It is not in this room.
Damn
Fuck.
it. Okay.
But you have a whole library and you can ask
I know.
Sybil
I
about
know.
it.
I'll read it. I promised him I'd-
Palpitations.
Wait, what if that's my unfinished business though? Is that I promised him I'd read that book and then pass on.
Literally, just if you read the book, you'll be fine.
Yeah. Okay. Back in character. I think, no offense, Rhea, this is obviously a very big decision and I do respect that, but we got distracted from the bigger task at hand, which was the third way that we can get back to life. Sybil, what is you said there was a third way. What's the third way?
I said perhaps there is a third option. Oh, she's still got
Well,
her book.
In your oh, sorry.
My friends and I do believe that if one were to defeat the darkness, perhaps one could usurp this new life system and get souls back to Param without having them be darkness touched.
Can I insight check that?
You can vibe check
Same.
that, yeah. Give it a vibe check, checking the vibes.
We
I'm
couldn't
very good at
well
insight, guys.
No,
But I got
just-
another natural 20.
Hey!
For a
Rhea
total
is just like-
of 22.
Nice. Ray is like way too biased against Sybil. All of my insight check rolls against her have been like 4s for a total of like 9.
My total was 21.
21 for, okay. Amalite, did you roll?
15.
15? Okay. Rhea, you are, this girl is suspicious. This bird woman, man, she's the most suspicious bird woman you've ever seen. Whatever paranoia you have about her, lean in. Lean in is what this vibe is telling you. Honestly, you're not even sure at this point if like the darkness is bad. Everything she's been saying about Param, I mean, Param doesn't sound great.
Don't do that to me, Rachel.
Maybe the darkness is good. Maybe it's bad. You don't know. Things that are called the darkness generally are bad, but bureaucracy sucks.
Well,
You're
That
having
is
a
what
lot
I
of
have learned
feelings.
by being a blood hunter.
So,
Yes, fair.
the rest of you, she seems to believe in what she's saying. And like, maybe if we defeat the darkness, there will be a way to work around the system in our favor, in Param's favor. You get the sense that she, as a Param priest, hates the darkness, that the laughter is against the darkness, that they put the bureaucracy in place to keep the darkness in check. You haven't read more of that book, so you don't really know, what happened between Param and the darkness, between the laughter and the darkness, to know more at this point. But you get the idea that she believes in this wholeheartedly.
Sybil,
Yes.
why haven't you and your faction, holy shit, lost that word, why haven't you acted against the darkness yet, or before, or have you?
The priests and I, or the library and
Oh, yes.
I cannot
Either.
work with my fellow librarians to defeat the darkness on this side, as I am the only branch in AfterWorld. And I cannot stand against the darkness
Well, then-
alone. Well then,
Then I meant the
yes.
priest.
The priests are all in their paradise and are very happy with their lives. Their
So you need,
unlives.
well,
And the bureaucracy is in place and is effective, so none of them have felt charged to try and take on the darkness and send AfterWorld into a war.
so we wouldn't really have them as allies then.
You could speak with them. I have not left the library in a long time.
Doesn't seem great for the headspace.
Why?
Do you mean? Books
maybe-
take you everywhere you could want to be.
Well, right, but I've heard that it's good to have like fresh air.
Is there fresh air when you're dead?
That is
Doctor,
very
you had a
fair point.
question.
Yes. Miss Sybil, why, if you don't mind me asking, are you here and not with the other priests?
Well, this is part of my calling. Part of my great joke, as it were. To see if I can't figure out how to destroy the darkness and eliminate the need for bureaucracy. Because isn't it funny to destroy bureaucracy?
Perhaps. This apologies. This has just been a lot of information in not a lot of time. I think for any of the things that we have discussed, would want at least a decade to research and make sure I knew everything about it.
You have the time.
I
can make my decision tonight.
Decades are, I think you might, I guess we're probably not aging here, but just for, I'm just a human. A decade is,
Right. Yes. Well,
a lot of my life. I didn't even get to 3 decades when I was alive, so that just seems like a lot of time.
Can you roll for me a wisdom saving throw?
To see if I know how old I am?
No.
16.
Okay.
Do I know how old I am?
It wasn't for how old you were.
I know, I was kidding.
I don't know if you know how old you are, though.
I'm pretty sure I didn't make it to 30.
I don't think you did. That feels true.
Yeah, I think if she was like 25, 22.
Mm-hmm. Something like that.
So,
You're saying you want us, the 4 of us, to go up against some deity, basically, and kill them for your deity, who, instead of helping, is just going to trap us in bureaucracy if we say no.
Yeah, it helps their own means. Erin has limited, up until recently, Perrin had no access to AfterWorld. That is why there is well, you wouldn't notice it, but there's been a bottlenecking of sorts with the number of souls coming in. It's been rather a mess. Perrin is able now to have what little influence they can over Afterworld, but it is very minimal. This room is sort of a workaround loophole to the rest of Afterworld. You won't find anything like it even in the Paradise. The Paradise is sort of a set it and forget it kind of model, where the priests then manifest whatever they wish. The darkness holds the most sway over the land and is constantly working to make sure Perrin has no footholds. That is why your memory must be erased when you leave this room.
Right.
To protect it.
That's what we were discussing.
I'm going to assume that we couldn't very well kill the darkness if the darkness is able to see and hear through someone in our party because of her pact. So you don't want Rhea to change her pact for her own good. You want it to benefit you so that we can kill the darkness for you.
It will benefit her and you as well. Wouldn't you rather follow laughter than darkness?
Probably just follow myself.
No offense, but everything you've said about the laughter, I feel like we want to jive.
I mean, it does sound a bit better than the darkness, though,
You
right,
wouldn't,
Rhea?
I think.
So what happens if I make a pact with the laughter and they decide they don't like me, that I'm not one of their fun priests pulling pranks? What happens to me then?
You will already be in the pact. Perhaps they will ask you to live a little. Perhaps they will send you to the party for some recalibration.
If it's,
Calibration.
if it's a comfort to you, Rhea, I
A
would be
good
all right if you
time.
wanted to like. Oh, sorry.
It's a comfort to me. What day, Leica?
Don't say dire.
Yep.
If it's a comfort to you, you could pull pranks on me. I wouldn't mind.
Well, that wouldn't be any fun.
Well,
If
no,
if
I'm
you
like,
approve
I'm
the
just
pranks.
I'm giving you permission now so that later I'll forget.
But is
About
this
enacting a great joke. Honestly, I think, for Peril, the fact that you signed a pact with the laughter while in the midst of one with the darkness would be enough to make them laugh and not worry about the rest of it. You are not signing up to be a priest necessarily, just simply to gain your powers from a different source. Who might ask you for a favor now and again?
We'll help you with any favor that comes up.
Or we could go do a memory trial and you could test out your current powers before losing them.
I've been using them. I use them in.
Oh yeah, we already did 2 memory trials.
I use them in both Leica and Jerry's. Felt the same.
We could use another memory trial. I mean, how often can you change a pact? Like if you, maybe you can like change it over to the laughter, and then if you really do a memory trial, and if you really hate it, different accent, and if you really hate it, then you can change it back. Or maybe we can look into like switching it to a new deity.
I don't really know very much about the darkness, but I don't think that they would be very keen on you leaving and then coming back.
No, it doesn't sound like great, for sure. I agree. But you know, if it's not too bad to find someone else. What the fuck was that? Sorry.
I mean, Rhea, it's your call. I'm down to kill a god, but I don't think we should.
I need you all to give me insight checks, vibe checks.
Vibe checks, nah, not as good.
This is my 4th 11 tonight.
Wow. What'd you roll?
I got a 10, so I'm right there with you.
Natural 20 for a total of 25.
Hey!
23.
Amalite and Rhea. Well, you all notice Sybil's
18.
position starts to shift. Oh, you got an 18 total?
Yeah.
Okay. So pretty much everybody except Jerry notices that
It's
Sybil,
just higher up in the room.
Yeah. You just like can't see your face. Your view's being blocked. When you're talking about making a pact with the laughter and then switching it back to the darkness if you don't like your pact with the laughter, Sybil gets very tense and very much like on edge. And Rhea and Amalite, you can tell that her hands, which are constantly twitching, are beginning to twitch in more of a specific way, as if she's preparing something.
Hang on. I just had a question. If her hands are up twitching, what is she standing on?
No, Eric Coker have arms.
They have arms.
Oh, that's right. She's an Aarakocra. Oh my god. My brain was just like, she's literally a macaw. I forgot she was an Aarakocra.
Amazing.
Also, she had a book in her one hand, so she has closed it at this point and sort of set it down on the. She set it down like the bookshelves have this very tiny little ledge, so she set her book down and her pen down on the ledge when she picked up the other book, and she's put the like how to be a priest book back on the shelf, and has made this gesture with her hands, and goes,
Rhea,
I don't appreciate the idea of making a pact with the laughter and switching it back to the darkness.
It was a joke.
You're gonna have to roll a persuasion check.
Rhea just like slowly moves her hand to the hilt of her sword. Nice.
22.
22.
I wouldn't. Please don't try anything. Whew. we're not going to do that.
Just joking. We
But
joke.
whatever you're doing there, I don't recommend it.
I'm just spitballing, to be honest. I'm not the brightest, so I have to talk out all of my ideas before I figure them out.
And then we laugh. We say, ha 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 ha, like a classic.
Yeah, that was funny.
She relaxes her hands and releases the energy.
All right. Listen, this has been a lot of information and we very much appreciate it. I think I have gotten enough for one day. Perhaps what we should do is we should retire back to the inn that we were at and perhaps discuss this a little bit more, take a break, have a meal, maybe do another memory trial, and then perhaps we can return and talk to you some more, Miss Sybil.
Can I try to sleight of hand and put this Nim book in my bag of holding?
Yes.
Wow,
Steal
like it feels like
books.
it's gonna feel felt out. What? Left out.
24.
Hell yeah.
Stealing books crew. High five.
Dex.
24, you said?
Yes.
Her eyes
I
are
also
still
got-
on Rhea.
I got 24 perception.
You missed nothing.
All right, Amalite slips the book into her jacket.
Rhea's real on edge. She's watching everything.
I did say the bag of withholding, but honestly, jacket's probably safer. So
Oh,
yeah,
you said the bag of withholding?
yeah, but hearing you say jacket, I'd rather do jacket.
Okay.
Don't put anything in the bag of withholding that you want back.
Yeah.
Like anything you care about getting back, just
Yeah.
do it.
Until you have a better relationship with the bag, maybe.
Hey, what's your policy on renting books? Probably can't do that in this room, but what about upstairs?
Well, you'll need a library card unless your friend Jerome here wants to check it out for you. But then you can check out books at your leisure. She's still eyes on Rhea.
That sounds lovely. I think we should all retire, perhaps get some reading material, and then have a nice night, and then we can perhaps revisit this on the morrow.
Why don't the three of y'all go ahead and why don't the three of you go ahead and I have a question for Sybil. Sybil, you don't mind if I ask, and I'm like kind of judging them towards the door. Sybil, I actually was wondering about all of the different.
Rhea must stay behind, of course.
Well, no, she's just headed back to the inn.
Like a
No.
Oh, then we'll stay behind.
Would you? Does this room contain its magic if you're not here, Sybil?
Yes.
I'm going to let you wipe my memory, but first I want a moment alone in this room with my friends.
We get really emotional about things like this, Miss Sybil. We might cry and it's embarrassing.
She's going to vibe check you on that. She does not believe that that's true.
Can vibe. Well, I like it's 100% telling the truth.
All right. She believes you.
Good, because it's the truth.
I will be right on the other side of the door.
Of course.
Thank you.
She closes the door.
Okay, after she closes. Oh.
Sorry.
Lost your video for a second.
She
Leticia.
closes the door. And
Oh.
I can't see anyone else's video.
Yeah.
Die?
This is
Actually,
weird,
give me
guys.
1 sec.
Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. It's me, the darkness. Your afterworld deity. I just want to thank you for watching. It really means a lot that you signed in to support our new reality TV show. Now, if you could like, subscribe, and follow us on all of our socials, links below, we would greatly appreciate it. That way you will stay up to date on all the shenanigans of our four heroes. Oh, and don't worry. Episodes may be releasing every other week, but in our off weeks, we'll have more content for you. We're going to have some bonus actions where you'll get to know the cast and crew, they're the same people, and see some of their artwork. Now, is it weird that they've made fan art of their own show? Maybe. Are they a bunch of narcissists? We'll find out together. The important thing is that you support AfterWorld just like we all support AfterWorld. It is a beautiful, magical place that we're all trying to escape from. Help us escape by also subscribing to our Buy Me a Coffee page. Yes, we all run on that bitter, bitter dark liquid. And we would appreciate any help in making sure AfterWorld keeps its lights on. I'm the darkness, and this has been a message for you. Remember, you're champions, you're scholars, and you have great boobs. See you in AfterWorld.
Wait, there. I'm sorry, Zelda. Did you have something to say?
The cutest! Oh my god!
So cute. Oh, wait, Mom.
She gets excited when I get excited.
So you're
Wow.
all now in this room together. The lights dim a little bit as Sybil leaves.
Real quick, did I see where Sybil took the book? So she gave me this book. Did I see where she like pulled it from? On the shelf?
From the shelf that had all the other fancy book titles. There's one
Okay,
shelf
I'm gonna.
that's got so in my brain, this room, the shelves along this room, there's like a standing bookshelves on each wall. There's 2 on the wall that have the desk in between, and then there's 2 couches and a coffee table in the middle. And then in between the bookshelves, because they're standing, the walls sort of dome up. They're green glass walls, and then the bookshelves themselves are also like a dark green wood. And they've got the bottom half of them is sort of like a little cabinety kind of deal, and then the bookshelves start. So the bottom layer of books on the one bookshelf is all the fancy titles, and then from what you've seen so far, the rest of them are all dated journals.
Before I forget about it, because I will, at the end of the conversation we're about to have, before Sybil comes back, I'm going to cast Minor Illusion on the spot that the book was at, to try to make it look like I put the book back.
Okay.
Miss Rhea, did you have something you wanted to say?
Sorry, I just yes. Look, I don't want to put any of you in danger. That is sort of the opposite of the whole reason I made a pact, made all the choices that I have made. So I acknowledge that if the darkness is what Sybil says it is, that my having knowledge of what happens in this room isn't good. If I'm being honest, though, the thought of letting somebody that I don't trust meddle with my memories is terrifying and infuriating.
If one of us was to do the spell, would that be better?
Can you?
I don't know that particular spell, but maybe she could teach me or like conduct it through me or something.
She probably would want to do it herself to make sure you're not.
Right.
I agree.
We can always ask though, just,
I appreciate the idea, but yes, I think this is only ends one way. Well, 2 ways. Me making a pact with the laughter, which is not going to happen, or her wiping my memories herself.
Or we could kill her.
I don't know if we can, if she is a priest of a deity.
And also we don't really know much about like shite here. Like what if we kill her and she just pops right back out?
It's true. Would she then be resurrected back in the Welcome Center as well, or?
I would assume so. I like the idea and I appreciate you having my back because I honestly would love to stop her. But I feel like that's probably not our best solution and will go against what I'm trying to do, which is, again, not put you all in unnecessary danger. I guess all I'm saying is, I mean, Professor Rumbletack, I haven't known you very long, so don't take offense if I say I'm not quite sure. I believe I trust you, but obviously trust is hard to come by. Leica and Amalite, I mean, say we traveled together for a while, so I feel that I can trust you. So I guess I am just asking that you make good on that. My request is if I let her wipe my memory, what I would like to do is find my mentor, who I have a feeling is probably here, and see if he can help me either reform my pact with my previous entity, or if he knows of a blood hunter here who can train me in a different order. But of course I won't remember that that is what I want to do, so.
What should we tell you that would make you want to do that?
I have an idea. And I pull the Nim book out and I grab one of Sybil's pens and I say, write a note that just says, trust them, and then sign it.
I think writing a note is a good idea. I don't know if writing it in that book is a good idea because I'm not positive either of you, and I gesture to both you and Professor Rumbletack, are going to make it out of this room with that book.
That's a fair point. Why don't you write it
down the book?
Here, I have several notebooks.
So many journals, and I just tore a page out.
You can sign it in one of mine. Here.
That was better. That's a better idea.
Did you just throw it? Okay, I pick it up.
Did you try
It
to
was
tear a
just a
page? You tried to tear a page out of one of the books?
No.
No, you did. You did.
I think she went to,
Yeah.
but I think Dr. Rumbletack held out a piece of paper before she did, right? That's what she was
We're
going
being
to.
honest. Yes, because I think we both went to reach for the books at the same time. But technically speaking, I did say I tried to tear a page,
Okay.
but I didn't.
But you didn't
In the
do
end.
it in the end.
No, because Dr. Rumbletack was so speedy quick.
Emmeline,
You-
are you trying to tear a page out of a library book?
No idea.
Give me opposing initiative checks.
Oh no.
Oppose sleight of hand checks?
Initiative rolls.
Is that what she said? Oh, good.
Opposed initiative rolls.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
Here we go. Oh god. 15.
15.
You're both at
You probably
15?
have a higher, yeah, you probably have a, did you say 16 or 15?
15.
Yeah, me too. You probably have a higher dex than I do, right?
Yeah.
What's your dex?
+7.
Yeah. Yes, you do.
Yeah.
All right, Amalite, roll a strength check for me.
This was going so well.
I crit failed.
Hey!
You tug at the page of the book and absolutely nothing happens, but a pink sheen flashes over it quickly. And then you see Dr. Rumbletack hands you a piece of paper.
Amalite!
I hand it to Rhea.
Why? We already know these books are magic. What if that could have set like a flare or a...
I got excited. I'm sorry. I had an idea. I thought it was a good one.
We may not have a lot of time. Here.
Do you have a pen, Doctor?
Yes, he has a little pouch of ink and a quill, and so he dips it and then hands it to you.
Did you just give me a piece of paper? Or did you give me a
Fuck,
journal?
she has a timer! Go! She started a timer!
I gave you a notebook. It's
I
a
had
it's
Can I tear out a
full
piece?
notebook.
I will
Yeah.
ask.
Yeah, yes, of course.
Okay,
Yes.
I tear out a
you
piece.
can do that.
I write a note, I fold it up, and I put it in my pocket, and I hand you back the notebook and your pen.
All right. So we are wiping your memory. Yes, that's what we've decided.
Sybil opens the door. What are you doing?
Reading.
What are you trying to do to my books?
Nothing.
Read.
Nothing.
I wanted to revisit how to become a priest because I'm a bit of a prankster myself, you know.
Yep, you're gonna have to roll at disadvantage for that deception check.
Cool. I got a 21.
At disadvantage?
Yeah, I got
Okay.
13 for both.
Wow.
Dang.
Turn out your pockets.
I turned out my pockets
Okay.
and I opened my bag.
Okay. And you're not trying to open her into a bag of holding, right?
No, I'm just trying to open her up.
Okay. No books there.
Miss
Right? Because
Sybil,
you put the NIM book back. Yeah, you don't have any books. All right.
Miss Sybil, Miss Rhea has agreed.
Very technically, what?
What?
Technically, I put the NIM book back in my jacket.
Oh, do you take it out?
No, because it's not in a
She's-
pocket.
So you're gonna need to. She watches you and she's like, hold on. Let me get her passive perception. All right, give me another sleight of hand to hide that you're not.
Cool. I got 29.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I'm not strong, but I can lie and hide.
She turns to Leica. And you?
Me what?
Turn out your pockets, girl. You're not taking any books out of this place. Someone
no,
tried to do something. The magic flared.
Oh no, that was. I'm sorry. I'm a lightweight and picked up a book because I'm crying so hard. She thought that I might need a tissue, but I just used my poncho.
All right, give me a deception check.
Oh, it's true.
If that was not said during the thing.
I no, I'm kidding.
All right.
Wait, hang on. Is deception charisma?
Yes.
Deception is charisma
Great.
based, yes.
I've never used this before, and I'm just like feeling wild tonight. I'm gonna cast Emissary of Peace on myself, which means I get a +5 bonus to charisma checks for the next 10 minutes.
Okay.
Wait, no, fuck, that's persuasion. Instead of deception, can I persuade her that that's what I'm talking about?
No, because you are lying to her.
It was
All
good
right,
try though.
then I don't cast that. Damn it. Okay, not bad. Okay, hang on. Deception. 20.
Okay. What did she do to the books? What did you do to the books? She looks over you again and approaches you, and is going to try to pat you down.
Me?
Yep.
I
She does not believe Leica.
am.
Sybil,
Wait.
come on.
Can I fuck. Okay, then I do want to cast that. And then this time, I would like to persuade. Fuck. Hang on. Let me think of how to do.
She's going for it.
I tried to steal.
She rolled a 17 on her investigation check to try and pat you down to see if you've got something hidden. Which
I roll against.
Well, it's a pretty, as soon as she like touches your, if you aren't stopping her from doing a pat down, then pretty much I think as soon as she touches your jacket, she's gonna know.
Guys, help me. How do I distract her in a persuading way that is not a lie?
I don't think we do. I think we're
I know you
I
can't,
think
but I'm
there's no way.
freaking out.
Miss Sybil, is this truly necessary? Miss Rhea did attempt to tear part of. Sorry, not Miss Rhea. Miss Amelite did attempt to tear part of one of your books, only because I didn't see it in time. Trust me, I do not take tearing library books lightly.
You
But she
can
didn't.
already make it.
As you're saying this to her, she's found the book in Amelite's jacket and taken it out.
I'm
She
a
looks at
light.
it. Nim and Evanar. The rest of the series is upstairs in the library proper. You can borrow it from there. And she puts the book back into the shelf.
Sorry, Matt.
Amelite.
We know Nim. I didn't think Amalite would steal the book, but
I
she's
just wanna
famous.
know what happened
This
to
is
her. She was-
getting ridiculous. I have half a mind to modify everyone's memories.
Look,
I don't
just
think
modify
any
my
of
memory
you
and
can
let us go.
destroy.
Please don't do that. We're your only hope.
It's true, you did say that you can't do this by yourself.
And I know we might seem like a mess, but we get things done. You can believe in us.
just
Is that
like-
persuasion? Can I persuade her to trust us?
Yeah.
Emissary of Peace. Where'd it
Guys,
go?
I didn't have time to cast Minor Illusion because Sybil burst in. So
Oh yeah, you
see
didn't,
how
did
that
you?
goes.
Why'd you remind her?
Sorry.
No, I'm just kidding.
As she goes and puts the Nim book back, she sees that the other one is still missing. And she's looking around for it now.
Can I cast Minor Illusion on a notebook that I have to make it look like that book?
Sorry, guys. 14 plus 7 plus 5.
26.
Yeah.
26.
26.
Jeez, I was still on 14.
Yeah, let me bring up Minor Illusion. Yeah, you can give me a sleight of hand check while you do that as she's looking for the other stuff.
Okay.
Can I have extra points towards my roll for being wholesome?
Absolutely not.
I got a 15. Just sleight of hand.
So while she's looking, you cast it, and then what do you do with it?
I am going to just place it on one of the tables.
You're closest.
like
you're
near a whole bunch.
you're closest to the desk, which does have some books on it already. She's looked right now. She is looking at the coffee table and underneath the couches because she doesn't see it on the coffee table. That's the last place she remembers it being. She's getting more and more agitated as she looks. So she's gonna turn around soon to where you're at. So you need to figure out where you're depositing this thing.
But I'm
I'm
telling her how wholesome we are.
I'm gonna put it
Drop
near
it.
like
Take it
near a
away.
table that we are at right now. As if
All
I
right, so you're on the
put
desk.
it
So you can
down.
drop it next to the desk. You can drop it onto the desk.
I'll do that.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. In like
Ire,
a place that is visible.
You're gonna need
So
to
she's like,
retell me what you
"Fuck."
said to her because we're taking care of because I don't remember what it is. So we're taking
Oh,
care
sorry.
of the Dr. Rumbletech thing. That's okay.
No, I said I know we seem like a mess and there's a lot going on with us. But meow? but
Amalite.
but I think I know you can believe in us. And I know you can trust us. There's nothing we're trying to do. We want him gone too. Them gone too. Sorry. What pronouns does the darkness use? Is the darkness they?
It's he.
Oh.
Oh, is
Are you asking Sybil or are you just asking each other?
Out of character. Sorry, out of character.
Yeah. I don't think the darkness has assigned anything to themselves. So you
Okay,
don't
great.
Cool.
I think generally it's been sort of referred to as a male entity, but
Okay, cool. He there. Okay.
yeah.
So we want to help you, and you can trust us. We're trustworthy people.
And you rolled a 26, you said,
I did.
for your persuasion.
Yeah.
What are you trying to do? Do you believe this? Do you believe that this is really what you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. She goes, well, if you're really trustworthy people, then help me find my missing book.
Oh, it's on the desk. I put it back on the desk for you.
All right. She picks it up. She looks at the cover. What's your DC? She's very suspicious.
Your my spell save DC, 16.
Okay. She rolled a 16 on her investigation.
So it goes to her.
So that is
No.
meet or beat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she opens up the book.
I thought it goes to us. I thought tie goes to the player.
No, that's
not in
3.5. Her brows furrow and
this
she opens
game.
the book really quick
5e.
and she sees your notes and claps it shut. And she goes, ah, yes, you just want to help me in defeating the darkness. Megan, what just happened?
He fell off the desk.
And she holds it out to you
Fair.
and she's just says, Doctor.
He takes the real book, hands it back to her, and then grabs the other one. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have, but it's been a long time for you, probably, since you've been dead, the beginning of being dead. There's so much, and we're just trying to understand what is happening. I want to get back to Param. I have so much work that I need to do. And it's hard to know who to trust and what is happening, and I'm sorry.
And we're afraid too. I'm sorry. We're not making the right decisions because we don't know what sort of world we're in, and maybe it's harder. Maybe you don't remember your death, but ours was very recent, and we're having a hard time navigating this. So we've made mistakes, and we'll probably make more, but I want you to know we're really trying. This is important to me. This is important to us. We have things to do. We need to get back, and we're going to do whatever we can. So you should trust us.
So badly want to get back to new life.
We've got unfinished business.
Dun, dun, dun. That was a good time to say that. That was beautiful. Chef's kiss, beautiful.
I worked up real tears too. I don't know if you guys can see them, but
Hey.
Shadow. Your makeup.
they're not falling. My eyes are watering really bad.
And that's crying in the 21st century. Okay. Hey. Doctor, you may sit and read this book if you wish. But as a gesture of goodwill for the group, I would appreciate it if that one changed her pact to the laughter. A sign that I can really trust you. And in exchange, when it comes time for you to face the darkness, I will give you a way to contact me so I might join you for a final battle.
All
No
due
offense.
respect. No, please.
Wow, we both started with such bitchy prefaces. Like,
With all due respect, no offense. I
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna do an initiative off to see who gets to talk first.
Rolly.
I feel like this is just what Rollies is, but we're having an initiative bonus. 13.
Oh, not great over here. Oh, 6.
Leica, you have a rebuttal on the tip of your tongue, but Dr. Rumbletack starts to speak in his small, quiet voice before you can get it formulated.
All due respect, Miss Sybil, I believe the woman's choice is her own. And I can't speak for the rest of the group, but I would rather have my memory wiped than to force Miss Rhea into a decision she didn't want to make.
It's the right thing to do to let her make the decision on her own. If you want to join us, it should be not from a deal of yours, but from your own decision, from your own desire to help. I don't want any sort of oh my god, what's the right word? Fuck. When like people owe each other things.
Debt.
You know that you answered as the doctor.
It's
Don't
debt.
want any sort of debt or obligation. That's what I was
Please,
looking for.
Miss
Or
Sybil,
obligation between us. If
They
you want to
are-
help us, that's your choice. And if you don't, that's fine. But we're going to do this regardless. And changing her pact is a bigger decision than you have the right to ask. Can I want to roll persuasion so bad, but I'm like not making the words right.
Yeah.
Can I roll it?
I'm rolling percentile dice for her.
Can I roll persuasion though? Since I have that spell cast, I have so much persuasion.
You can roll persuasion.
Yes.
Is this like when you let her roll Constitution and it didn't actually mean anything?
It is like that time.
Is it really?
So, yeah, it is. I'm sorry. You're just really excited about rolling, but she and I both tuned out a little bit halfway through whatever it was that you were saying, and I'm very sorry about that. I'm so confused about what you're trying to tell me. Can you give me like a synopsis
I'm trying to
of
persuade
what
her.
You're trying to tell her? What are you trying to do?
Yeah,
Tell me
I'm
what
trying
you were
to-
trying to do.
I'm trying to persuade her that she doesn't, that if she okay, I'm trying to persuade her that Rhea doesn't need to change her pact.
That's
Okay.
basically what that was. Yeah.
Okay.
Or that like she shouldn't try to force Rhea to change her pact.
Yeah.
'cause
Okay.
You can't
You
consider
can
her
roll
an
a
actual
persuasion
ally.
check for that.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Hang on.
My phone screen's
Okay.
really dirty. So,
So 13 plus 7 plus 5. 25.
okay.
Is this a fake roll?
No.
Okay.
Doctor, I trust you and your intentions. Should you decide to return to the library, maybe we can have this conversation again. But unfortunately, I cannot allow any of you to leave with your memories intact. The danger to myself is too great.
That's fine. I'm very confused about what happened here anyways. It'll be for the best.
Really, that's you're going to protect yourself over what Param wants. Doesn't Param want the darkness dead? We are your shot of killing the darkness. And if you wipe all of our memories, what are the chances we come back here and we have this conversation again? And if we have this conversation again, what if we find out that this is how it ended this time around? If you want to take out the darkness, you need our help. And to do that, my friends need their memories.
If
You
don't-
can roll a persuasion check.
if you take our memories now, who's to say the darkness won't get a hold of us and do something even worse with us?
Can
The
I?
darkness won't, if I take your memories, the darkness won't know you ever spoke to me. What reason are you going to have to incite the darkness
No, not
without
to
this
you,
information?
not to you, but to we're powerful people and we have drive and ambition. The darkness might see us and I don't know, start a holy war against something. We're too strong of tools to be left in the darkness's hands. You can't take our memories.
All right.
I have a.
Rhea, what did you get? Sorry.
An 8.
Okay.
I don't
Can I
have
roll persuasion on that one?
No.
Wait,
Hold on. Just we're going to let Amalite do her thing. And then Dyer, if you want to roll a persuasion, roll it while she's doing her thing and do the math. And then we'll get back to you. Here we go. Amalite, what do you want to do?
You've established that I have a telepathic communication ability with my bag of withholding. Can I
Correct.
please
When
have
you're
a
touching it.
with my
Yes.
bag?
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Is that a natural 20?
Cool. Hey, I need another favor.
What?
I
Sorry.
need you to hold something. I need you to hold something that is so much more important than a physical object or thing that can just be tossed aside or disposed of. I need you to just hold a memory, a truth for me, because I think I might forget it.
You want me to hold on to? You would trust me to hold a memory of yours?
No. I have no one else in this plane or any other that I would rather have holding this moment for me.
I need you to roll me a persuasion check at advantage.
Because I'm a sweet talker. All right, I will take it. Okay, 17.
Okay. The DC for the bag has gone down 1. Let me just bring up your character sheet here. And then I need you to roll me a manifestation roll to try and get this memory into something that you can put inside the bag.
Smart.
18.
Okay.
Manifest it, I possess it. Just like magic.
Girl, you just made this. All right. What are you encapsulating inside the bag? The whole thing of being in here up to now?
I want to put my memories in a cookie. Can I do that?
Are you still holding a cookie?
I assume. I've been eating these floor cookies all night.
All right. You're holding a cookie. You put it into the cookie. All right. But what are you putting in specifically? What memories are you putting into this cookie?
Oh, the memory that the memory that the darkness doesn't let anyone return to life as themselves, and that in order to do so, we might need to kill him or them, but we can only really accomplish that once we get to Rhea's mentor. Also, the librarian is a priest of Param.
And that's all you're going to be able to put into this cookie.
That's great. That's more than any normal cookie could hold.
But it is going to be specifically the words that I have written down about what you just said, which is the darkness not letting anyone return to new life as themselves, might have to kill the darkness, get to Rhea's mentor, librarian is priest of Param. Those are the phrases that you can get into this cookie. It's not like a complete, perfect whole memory time. Okay.
Okay. I can do
And that cookie is in the bag.
Great. And I say, why you and me get out of here and eat this cookie, and I'll get a name for you. How does that sound?
You'd let me partake in this cookie with you? You'd share this cookie with me?
I mean, you're the one holding it for me. You better just make sure that I remember to eat it with you.
Oh my. Well, I guess it's a date.
Ooh, spicy. Hey guys, it's cool. Let's forget.
But I got a natural 20.
All right. So, Dyer, your persuasion to her, I'm going to say back what I heard you trying to persuade her. That your group is powerful enough that she should not risk allowing you to forget and go through new life to become denizens of the darkness on Param. She moved in front of the door when she made the decision that she was going to erase all of your memories. But she softens at the idea of you being a very powerful group and not wanting the darkness to get its hands on you. I believe that you think you are too powerful to fall into the hands of the darkness. But you'll forgive me if I remain slightly unconvinced. Would you allow me to hold a test of my own for you?
Does everyone agree? A test?
Yes.
To see how strong you really are.
Strength is fine. I'm not great.
And
with
what happens
math.
if we fail this test?
Well, if you fail this test, I suppose you'll pop up back at the Welcome Center.
Oh, that kind of test.
Yes, we'll do it. We'll do it. We'll do the test.
It's not like with a pen and paper, is it?
No.
Do we have time to study?
She's gonna make us fight something.
You won't need to, yes.
Oh, then absolutely, I can do that.
All
Emily?
right.
Well, yeah, it's a win-win.
We accept your terms.
We'll have hang on. We'll have our weapons and our magic.
What?
Is that?
What?
Our
Weapons.
weapons
Our
and your
weapons and our magic.
New Zealand for a second. Wait,
Woo.
quick question. If we die and end up at the Welcome Center, will we have forgotten anything? Or will we show up with all of our memories intact? Yeah, it's a win-win.
Was that in game or out of game?
Theoretically.
That was just Megan, sorry.
Okay.
But so we'll have our weapons and our magic.
Yes.
Yeah,
This sounds fun, to be honest.
So if we fail, we end up back at the Welcome Center. And that's it? You're done with us?
Maybe we'll be lucky
Maybe.
enough to seek her out again.
Maybe you'll come back.
We are seekers of knowledge, and the lights led us this far. Maybe it'll lead us here again.
If you truly do
to
not
divorce.
wish to go through new life with the darkness, then I will see you again should you be defeated in my trial.
I believe that's true, and I'm gonna shake her hand awkwardly when I realize it's a Talon. Now, where's the fight?
It will be upstairs.
In the library.
Yes.
What have we hurt the books?
Don't hurt the books. She opens up the door to lead you back upstairs.
Are we gonna fight the library?
Mhm.
Out of character. That was out of character.
Next time on
Cool.
Unfinished Business.